Pull up the combat.
Episode 35 of Tomb of Annihilation. Last week, or actually before I even get into that, how was everybody's week? Episode
Hi, everybody.
35 of
Back
Tomb
into
of
Tomb of
Annihilation.
Annihilation.
Last
Can't
week,
complain.
how about you, Aka?
I'm doing great. I am wondering where my brother is, though. He's the only one that understands me.
Yeah, he is. And he's logging in now.
Thank goodness! I'm saved!
Okay, anybody else have anything special happen?
Yeah, doing all right.
My buddy Pistol over here is still trying to restart his computer.
Yes,
That's a pretty special event.
I'm still playing. I'm still here. Don't you worry.
I'd do the same thing if I was in your shoes, man. I'd just pull out the phone and pop Discord up and have somebody roll for me. Okay, so last week the party began in combat with a crocodile that Roth had stepped on, and they soon learned there were more than one. But it was an easy enough encounter, so they moved into Nangalore after defeating the 4 crocodiles. It was shortly after that they came across this little creature called a chewinga. Akka and Vendor had seen this kind of creature before, but the rest of the party had not. And it seemed very curious. Are you sliding your chair around, man? Or eating ice?
Sorry. Push to talk.
Yeah. He seemed very curious of the adventurers. He led Akka in a roundabout way over to this strange looking plant, and immediately this plant attacks Akka, which turned out to be a man trap. After defeating this man trap, the party made their way into a ruined palace. They were investigating a huge statue, some words on the ceiling, and a lifelike statue when a woman dressed in flowing robes and wearing a veil that covered her face walked into the room. She introduced herself as Zakori, and she told them she was the queen of Amu. After a brief exchange, she invited them back to her main abode to partake in food and drink. But most of the party was a little, I guess, not trusting of her. So only 2 ended up drinking, and Alamar ended up poisoned as a result of it. And the tone changed very quickly. Combat broke out. Some of the party ended up behind her in an attempt not to look at her face once she had removed her veil. The rest tried desperately to avert their eyes as she pulled her veil back. Jack Witcher was unsuccessful and paid the ultimate price as he was instantly turned to stone. A couple rounds into combat, and a spirit joined her in combat, but to no avail. She was still brought down. As they were discussing how they could save Jack, a Chewinga walked in and gave something to Erevoth. It then turned and walked out, and this is where we left off. So, What do y'all want to do?
Era,
Well, that was close.
what the hell does that thing give you?
It's some type of charm here. Let me look at it.
I'm going to cast Identify on it.
I still think it'd be a good idea if we made Jack smaller, and then we can put him in our pocket.
Well, let's see what this thing does first. This charm does. Yeah, I think can somebody identify it for me?
Yeah, I can do a ritual. Takes 10 minutes.
Somebody moving my.
So he's got happy fingers.
Yeah.
And we already searched the room, correct?
I do believe you did. I don't recall anybody saying they took the black orchid though.
Yes, we do need to make sure we take that. I want to check in, see if take a look at it and make sure it doesn't look like it's like trapped or anything like that. Is it just in a vase or yeah.
I'm going back to my notes on it. It is in a large clay pot.
Well, it looks like she did have the orchid right here. So I'll take a look. I want to look at it and make sure everything looks safe. If it does, I'll grab the orchid.
All right, it is in the party sheet.
Did we find anything
Okay.
else in there?
I do not believe there was anything else in here. Y'all did look, and there was really nothing of value in here. I mean, Zalcori's dress looks like it could be worth something.
Dibs.
It's all yours.
You're welcome to it.
All right. What do you guys think I should use to like cover her head? Anyone got like a blanket or?
Why don't you use her dress?
Because I'm gonna keep the dress, but I don't want to accidentally look at her. Ooh.
Well,
Almar, do
Oh.
you have like one of our friends used to have like this mage hand thingy where he would reach out and grab stuff with it? Can
Yeah, I
you do
got that.
Can you grab her eyeballs out?
I guess we can try.
Do it!
Is that what you're going to try to do?
I'm not.
Listen to that.
well, there might be something in these crates to cover her eyes with. But no, it was all food, right? Everything in the crates were all filled with food, if I remember correctly.
Okay, did you been
Yeah.
able to identify this charm that I have?
Yeah, by now probably. So
Okay, it's a restoration charm. So I'm going to take it over, and it's got two words inscribed in it. One is greater, one is lesser. So I'll say the word greater and touch Jack Witcher.
And he face steps away.
Sorry.
And
I was marking off that I used it.
what happens is that he's imbued with positive energy, and all of a sudden he turns back to normal, no longer petrified or turned to stone.
So I think Jack comes back at like mid sentence here and he goes, "So listen here, you little bitch." What?
Hi. Welcome back.
All you see is her lying face down on the
Welcome
floor.
back.
What happened?
Well, two things are really important here. You were petrified, but you weren't dead. So we could save you.
Well, that
And
is
she didn't
a
break you in
relief.
half.
Well, that is a relief then. Glad to be back. Thanks for saving my life.
Be real careful what you look at from now on.
Think I'm just gonna be careful of everything from now on. What the
Yes,
hell?
these jungles seem to be very dangerous.
I feel kind of pathetic. Just like that. Turned to stone, okay.
In all due fairness, Jack, I did tell each of you to be prepared to die if you were to venture out into the jungle. Death lurks around every tree.
That is good to know. And I'm much more aware of it now.
And apparently underneath the hoods of pretty women.
Well, yes.
Ooh, that startled me.
I thought he was going to play Pretty Woman there for a second.
Well, if that's not copyright infringement, I'm not sure what is.
Was that?
Pretty Woman.
Storm, did you find
Yes.
anything?
So far, it's only been nothing else other than this, than the black orchid we came for.
Remember
We're
when she
supposed to
was
be.
all like, hey, if you do this stuff for me, like, I'll tell you where it is? Had it the whole time. I knew it.
Yeah, the only reason I was trying to talk to her is because I thought we could gain some kind of contact out in all this shit. But I was very wrong, it looks like.
She got me too, so don't feel so bad.
Yes, it looks like she just wanted to play with us for a little while.
The only thing out here that you can trust is Vinder. God that walks among us.
So, Alamar, are you going to attempt to pull the eyes out of Medusa's head?
I guess if y'all think that's something we need to do.
Akka
I'm not.
thinks that's something that we need to do.
I'm not sure if that's necessary. It may be
I won't.
more dangerous. It
I,
may
I
be
would.
more dangerous than it's worth.
I would say leave it alone because we may run into something where we can use the head to petrify somebody else. Like if you run against some creature that we don't want to fight, you just pull the head out, let them look at it, and done deal, and we go on about our way.
Okay, so are you
Okay.
gonna decapitate her and then I'll remove the dress? Or the other way around? I'm not sure which way seems more creepy at this point.
Put her face down, and I'll take and chop her head off. Yeah, no problem.
Do we think carrying that head around is going to be safe?
As long as you keep it in a bag. I mean,
Oh,
somebody got an extra pouch. Pouch should be big enough to put a head in.
what if we give it to those people that want to extort us? So that way when they open it, they're like, that's not a ghoul head. Ah! And then turn into Jack.
I've got a bag of sand. I don't know why it says that, but that's what I've got.
Well, I believe those people. It's a pretty large organization. I'm not so sure we want to go to war against a full organization like that. Not without our own army, that is.
We are our own army.
I've seen armies. I promise you, this is not one. Well,
Brother, you've been quiet.
You're right.
Anything to say?
Well, I'm not sure if the effects of the eyes will linger after death. It seems like it was an activated thing.
So do you think it would be safe to take her clothes with no worry?
I would think so, but why not be cautious?
Well, she was the queen, so you think it might work?
Do you really think that she was the queen?
I don't know. I'm just going. I've never been there, so I don't know.
she was, well, by the sounds of it, she was a queen that was dethroned.
That's up to y'all. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I need some coin, so I think it's worth the risk. And I'm gonna attempt to flip over her body, and then I am going to actually. Does someone have a dagger or a sword I can borrow and try to cut these straps so I can just slide it, not damage it farther?
Are you
What,
talking
Yeah,
you
about
don't
the
know
draft?
I'll hand him
you
my
don't know how
dagger.
to,
Oh, calm down. I don't need to fight over me, boys.
so you don't know how to remove a dress?
I'm doing it without making sure that I flip her over so I can just slide it. If you want to be technical, Clue, what kind of dress is it? Is it a button down? Is it a zipper in the back? Is there straps over the shoulder? What are we looking at here?
I mean, it's going to be like your typical dress where it's like it pulls over from above the head and pulls down. You
That's
know,
easy. I'll just cut the head off, no problem. You don't have to worry about it. Once we got the head off, you can do whatever you want to get the dress off. May have to wash it, get some of the blood off of it, but
Oh, I don't care about that. Go for it.
all right. So I'll walk over with my great axe and just take one quick blow across the back. And as I feel it hit, I turn to make sure I don't look in case the head pops over.
okay, easy enough. What's the rest of you doing?
Well, I guess when he's done with that, I'm snagging this dress.
The Storm's gonna try to avoid that whole situation that's going on and move over towards the other set of doors that has not opened.
Okay.
You know that the main occupant of this place is, well, dead. We could search it for more trinkets and goodies.
Oh, we already looked before we unpetrified you. In case there was anything good, then we didn't have to split it with you. That's what you all decided, right? I was totally against it.
When we looked over
I'm just kidding, Jack.
the location, we didn't know whether or not we would be able to restore him or not, if you remember correctly. It was before these little creatures gave us the means to do so. Speaking of which, where did they go? Are they still in the room, or did they take off somewhere?
They left and went
Okay.
back south.
So they came in from the south and went out through the south?
Correct. It looked like the one that approached you earlier, out from that little dome to the south.
Okay, gotcha, yeah.
Well, it's too bad they left. I would have liked to have thanked them.
Well, it looks like there's 2 pieces of leather armor. We can take one of those and make a like a satchel to put the Medusa head in. That way we don't get it, you know, doesn't by accidentally get seen. With the leather, it's going to have straps and stuff on it. We can strap it in there.
And we got 2 bags of holding.
No,
Yes.
we don't have any.
It's in the party sheet.
I think
No,
that's the
that's
stuff that's the stuff that is still in the jungle that they left behind.
yeah. I was told to put it in the party sheet because we don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we
I
don't
don't
have
know,
the
yeah.
leather either then.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
don't
we
know
have
if
any of that,
Blue's gonna grab all
except for
that
the
stuff
Black
and
Orchid.
put it on a random character sheet or something for later, or what he's doing with it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
can.
that's
I
something we
can do
just
that.
found.
Okay, so y'all are moving on. Oh, looks like
yes,
Pistol. I'll wait for you to log in, so that way, if you're wanting to, since you are a rogue, if you're wanting to lead the way.
yeah, and I'm gonna switch over to my PC off my phone. So give me just a second.
Okay.
Sandman, what we call your character?
You call me Era or E, whatever.
All right, I'm gonna hand Era this bag I got.
Oh, we do
I'll
have
pour out the
Jack's.
sand.
We do have Jack's or Jack the Rock Witcher.
Jack's off somewhere.
I'm right here.
Yes,
I just been waiting to say that.
Your new nickname is the Rock.
That ain't bad either.
I don't like it.
We've got Shorty and the Rock. I got it.
Well, speaking of Shorty and the Rock, that's funny that you bring that up. Our group used to be called the Short and Tall. I guess we can still go by that. You all are plenty taller than me and my brother here.
A lot of times, if you can use, I believe it's control, or maybe it's shift, and pull over, and you'll take all of them instead of one at a time. Like for the dream tinctures.
Oh, those I believe y'all found here, correct?
Oh, okay.
I left everything that I think you found since the massive slaughter that happened and killed off all y'all's characters and made Akka drop a bag of holding and everything in it and leave.
Yeah, just keep twisting that dagger. It's okay.
Hey, it was fun.
Still saved somebody.
Maybe we'll have to go down there where y'all did that at some point in time, see if we can recover their bodies.
Yes, I would like to bury them, as I said previously. As long as each of you are okay with that.
As a paladin, I think that's a wonderful idea.
Era, just put that bag of sand in the party sheet. Just take it and you can put that head in it if you want to.
Yeah, if those bags will help us traverse all this stuff easier, then I think that's a great idea.
So which way are we going?
Well,
I
got
did.
the we can go to the west here. We haven't been that direction.
Actually,
That's what I was thinking.
that's not a bag of sand. That's a sandbag. It doesn't have any sand in it because it only weighs 5/100ths of a pound. So it's
Poured all the
empty.
sand out of it.
Oh, good deal. Yeah, I'll just take and using my shield, I'll walk backwards, making sure that her head's not pointed at me, and I'll look in the shield, kind of the mirrored part of it that doesn't do mirror very well, but it reflects a little bit. And I will take the bag and place it over the head, and take some rope or something that I find. I'm sure I can find some type of stuff around here and tie it up real good.
And you're sure that we explored everything around, right? Or rather, all of you. I was not in on that. Being a statue, no.
I looked at everything that I could find here.
We did look around. We didn't find really much. I don't think anything at all.
Well, that's a bit boring.
What
Just so
about
this.
have we searched this entire compound, or
Chloe, was I
No,
able to get that dress off?
Yeah, you retrieve the dress. It's in the party sheet.
we've come. We came north. We were originally in the building off on the left-hand side there. There's somebody that looked like they're petrified in there. There's a statue, a small statue and a big statue, and some writing on the walls that we couldn't. Did we? No, we deciphered everything in there, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Have
Jack, Jack did it.
you opened these doors yet, Storm?
I'm going up to them. Yeah, do they seem to be? I'm pulling out my 10-foot pole and going to check them and push them open slowly if I can.
Okay. So if that's what you're doing, they open up, no problem. The water, as you look into the pool that's beyond, the water is unusually clear. There's a dozen or more large fish, turtles, and lizards that swim lazily through it, and water birds paddle on the surface. The ripples obscure something on the bottom of the pool, so you can't quite make it out, but the bottom appears blanketed in oddly shaped stones. Bits of shattered stone rest atop a square day that rises from the middle of the pool, evidence of a sculpture that once stood atop it. Part of the sculpture lies in the pool, west of the day, a large stone face staring up at the sky.
Well, this is interesting. I'm coming down here. I'm not going direct all the way to the edge of the water. Well, how far down is it? What's the drop down? Sorry, did it say that?
Let me pull the deal map up. It looks to be about a 20-foot drop down to the water.
Well, there's some water down here, and it looks like there might be something on the other side.
Nah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Not everything has been explored.
do we want to go through the water?
How deep is it?
I don't know. Use that 10-foot pole and see.
I can check that. I'll come down to the edge. You said the water's pretty clear, right? So I'm trying to keep an eye out and make sure there doesn't look like there's any giant fish or anything like that.
It doesn't appear to be any giant fish. I mean, it is clear, but like I said, the the birds that are swimming around kind of create ripples that makes it difficult to exactly see what's in the water.
So I'm going to take my pole off to the side. Does it look like, do the stairs continue down into the water or do they stop
Hmm.
at the water?
They continue down into the water.
I'm going to go over the side of the steps and put the pole down and see if I hit bottom as I go down. I'll go with the pole, like, a hand length out of the way, down to about a foot. If it's not touching there, I'll go down to my hands a couple of inches off the water, but I'm not sticking my hand into the water.
Okay. It's about 4 foot deep.
Well, I'd say it's about a halfling's depth there.
Well, we could reach the other side from going through the main building.
It looks like we possibly could. So, yes, that might be a smarter way to go.
I agree.
All right. Takes a little more time, but that's fine with me if that's the way you want to go.
You done scared him, Glue.
Apparently, man.
I may be able to make that jump, but I don't know
Hey,
if
that's
anybody
4
else
feet of
is.
water is drowning water.
Yeah, that's above our heads.
Hey, what y'all, 3 foot?
Yep.
Yeah, like 3'2" or something.
Clue
How
didn't
big
scare
is
me.
it?
My dice rolls is what scared me.
You right there.
I'm having such a hard time moving my token for some reason.
Yeah, I'm lagging a little bit.
You got the wrong token on the map, Aka. It doesn't have an arrow on it.
How is it the wrong token?
Try that one.
Yeah, it's better.
Well,
If you drag it from your sheet to the map, it's the wrong one. You got to actually drag it from the combat tracker to the
Okay.
map.
I mean, every time you tell me that, I tell you this: I can't click anything in the combat tracker.
You can't like drag your token.
Nope, it just tracks the combat
Oh.
tracker.
Okay, well, my bad. I guess it's a DM feature only.
It's got to be because I can do this. I do the same thing. Just drag the combat tracker.
yeah, no, we can't pull anything out of this combat tracker.
I guess I'm just used to doing it. Okay, so as you walk up here, this crumbling pagoda must have been lovely once, with its wide, graceful arches inviting the breeze to blow through and overlooking the silent pool below. But time, decay, and some bestial presence have given it a sinister air. It smells foul, and dark stains cover the floor and seep down the white steps.
Well, just one question before we move any further. There was the individual in the other room. How many uses of that amulet did you say you have?
I have 3 more greater restoration and 2 of the lesser restoration.
There is a potential victim in there that may be able to give us more information about what's going on in here.
I mean, we can do that.
Fortunately, looks like a whole bunch of nothing.
Where was that in that? What room would that been in?
In the main room with the giant statue.
Yeah, and the first one
Where
we
that,
came into.
where that star is?
Correct.
Okay.
I ain't thought about that.
Well, after we check out this area, we can go back there.
Oh, y'all leaving?
I was going to go in and kind of just search around. It looks like this could. You never know.
All right.
Before you go all the way in, back up just a little bit there, Era.
Storm moves out of the door.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of like. Oh, we might want to go talk to this person first.
Okay, so as you step through that doorway,
Drop the charm.
immediately you realize you have just walked through an illusion, and the illusion is no longer there.
Oh,
Oh, I know what those are. Those are whooping cranes.
And they don't look happy. So
Roll
I would say
initiative.
roll initiative.
Wait, can we see through the illusion?
No, he looks like he just
All
disappeared.
right, well, have fun with that one. I ain't going in there. Did you see that? He just disappeared.
well, we should find out if he's alive. Hera, are you there?
Can you hear us? See, he's fine. Let's go talk to that other statue. Oh, wait, so
Look
something-
at that in that one.
Oh man.
Here we
That
go.
Dude, are you cursed or something?
I think Fantasy Grounds fucking hates
think-
me.
I wonder if his sheet's bugged. Because
I doubt it.
I just
It
mean
says
because he gets
poison.
like the disadvantage for like attack rolls sometimes, for who knows why.
He's poisoned.
No, I resisted the poison. If I remember
Says you're
correctly.
poisoned.
Alamar's poison. That's Glorwyn.
You're talking about Jack.
I don't see any effects on
Alamar,
mine.
you're poisoned. Oh yeah.
Yeah, still poisoned for Alamar.
Yeah, he's got probably another.
Dang,
half
dropped a
an
nat
hour.
20.
Still rolled nice on the second roll. And with that, we're gonna start round one. Alamar.
I'm still
You're
poisoned,
up.
right?
Yes, you are.
I don't mind.
He may not
It's
have
probably gonna
that.
take up the whole room.
Does he have that token on there or not?
He may not, but he can draw a circle. It's
I don't
30.
see it.
What is it? What's the radius on it?
I was expecting to kill all of them and myself.
Well, you were outside the circle, man, so you were good.
All right, that's my turn.
I'm going to reach over and
All
slap
right.
Palomar on the back. Say, good job. More than fine.
I'll pat Arrow on the back and say, "Good job."
I'm going to reach over there, touch Alomar, and pat him on the back, and realize that charm in my pouch is kind of vibrating. So I pull it out, touch him, and one of the lesser restoration uses, and he's no longer poisoned.
Okay.
Wait, we couldn't
Well, I
hear
needed that.
anything that was going on inside, correct?
And your charm vanishes.
Nope.
I think you can hear through illusions, can't you?
Charm less.
It had how many charges to start?
It's got 4 charges of greater restoration and 2 of lesser restoration.
But read the first sentence. Charm has 6 charges. You can use an action to expend some of its charges to cast. Greater Restoration is 4 charges, is what it costs. Lesser Restoration costs 2 charges. Once all charges have been expended, the charm vanishes from you. You spent
So,
4 on the Greater Restoration and 2 on the Lesser, so it's used all 6.
okay, I didn't read it that way.
Just save it.
I read it as there was 4 charges of greater restoration and 2 charges of lesser restoration.
Oh, I was hoping that y'all would get in a situation where one of you would just be like, "Well, heck, he can cure me. Let me petrify myself," and then I was gonna wait until that point to tell you, "You're out of charges, buddy. You can't use the greater anymore."
I
But
think we would have found out when we tried to unpetrify the statue that we were going to go do.
that's true.
I would have liked to have been able to do that there.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I was gonna say that makes more sense because man, free charges of greater restoration. That's a lot.
Yeah, so I thought that was a little
Yeah,
kind
see,
of overpowered.
I read it totally different. I didn't
I was,
I
I was
didn't
like,
read it
Clue was feeling
that
generous.
it used 4 charges.
Are we out of initiative? Are we pursuing? Or what do we want to do?
As much as y'all just sat there and talked, the bird's gone.
Oh,
So,
I mean, Akka definitely wouldn't have seen the bird fly out that way. 9 passive perception, so I mean.
and did we see? We heard the explosion in there.
and the illusion's gone now.
Cool.
Was the illusion blocking sound or no?
No,
Okay.
you definitely heard that fireball go off, and then almost simultaneously the illusion dropped.
Hey guys, we got food in here if we want to. It's already cooked.
Got a jerk shack in here.
Do wonder if fireball does generate enough heat to actually instant cook some birds.
Well, it does smell good in here.
Except for the burnt feathers part. I agree.
Yes, feathers don't. Oh, you're supposed to. Didn't they teach you how to cook? You're supposed to pluck the birds before you cook them.
My
No, you
brother-
leave the feathers on. That way it keeps the meat nice and juicy.
My brother told me the feathers are the most nutritious part. That's why he always gave them all to me.
So
Anyway,
is there anything in here that the illusion might have been hiding besides a bunch of giant birds?
I mean, it's really filthy in here. There's gnawed bones strewn everywhere. The floor is thick with droppings.
Ugh.
And I mean, other than that, it's just a bunch of trash from what you can tell.
So the fireball probably would have burned all the feathers off. Because once they caught on fire, they just keep on burning.
Yeah, I mean, any feathers, yeah, but I mean, there's bird shit all in here.
Glad it
Oh
didn't
man.
explode. You could have made it even worse with the methane from that.
I was gonna say it smells like not only burnt feathers but also burnt shit. Great.
Yeah, that would have been pretty bad.
Brother, do you smell that? I think that Falco's near.
Not quite.
Watch
Oh,
where you
this-
step.
This is
Return of the
rather-
Falco.
This is rather unpleasant. Not only is there no powerful artifacts of any kind in this entire fucking ruin, there's also this nastiness. I want to leave now.
Okay, so y'all just want to leave this room?
Storm's
I'm
gonna.
gonna check.
I'm going to search.
Storm's gonna go up and climb up the tree root here and get to the top here.
Okay. Give me investigation. Roth. We'll just call you Roth. It's easier to say that.
fine.
Why are you rolling at disadvantage?
He's still poisoned. You never removed the poison effect from him.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was Roth that rolled.
Oh, that was me. That's fine. Just leave the poison on me. Ain't no sense in wasting that till we really need it.
Oh, you don't know if you would
I
die.
already took it off of my sheet and everything. It's gone.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you
so,
go.
I mean, Rolf doesn't really find much but bird shit, trash. Alamar, I mean, still, it's a little low on the roll, but I mean, you look long enough, you do find some stuff amongst this refuse. There, what looks like a pouch that's burned a little bit. Um, there is some gemstones in it, and a gold bracelet shaped like a. I'm trying to think of how you say that word, koodle, or I'm not sure, but
Sounds
and
fancy.
a scroll tube engraved with skeletons. You actually find that like right behind, against the wall behind you, Alamar.
All right.
And I'll drop this stuff in your sheet.
Can Storm see anything extra from the top up here? Is it just a wall behind on the other side of this stump, or is it opened?
Um, give me a second. I'm generating something. Okay, everything's in your sheet now. It is open.
And is it leading off to more temple or city, or is it just jungle?
More jungle.
Well, this looks like to be the edge of the whatever this place is. Nangalore. All right, well, and I just turn around and see. Oh, wait! You found something in all of this? Is there anything else?
I found a bunch of shit.
Yeah, we found something amongst the shit.
And with with Storm seeing Alamar find some stuff, he's gonna start looking around to see if he sees anything.
Oh, you found something, Almar?
Yeah, I got some jewels over here. You want some?
Hell yeah. Let me get that fancy thing that you couldn't pronounce.
Guess I'll see if I can help. Why not?
So everybody who is now searching through all this
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of
this
twos.
shit.
Better go and get them out now.
Y'all are all rolling low investigations though. Hey,
Clue,
yeah, at
mine,
least it's not a one.
Clue, mine doesn't count because I'm not looking, but I just want to see if I'd actually roll higher than everybody. at a -1.
You
A.
Good God.
So everybody who is actually searching, you just basically end up with shitty hands. You don't find anything else.
Why are you
I
all
hate this
digging
place.
around in shit?
Well, Alamar found some stuff.
We likes
Figured I
it. We
give
likes
a
it.
try.
Relax.
All right, well, I guess
What'd
he
you-
found everything.
What'd you find, Alamar?
I got a scroll here that might be interested to you.
Oh, really? What scroll?
A scroll of protection from undead.
It's not bad. I've kind of already got a little bit of power in myself that helps with that. So maybe it'd be better used for someone else.
And I'll show him all the gems that we found too, and the bracelet.
Well, there you go. That's better, isn't it? Now maybe we can get out of here with our
I'm gonna walk
pockets a
over
little
here to
heavier.
these bushes. I'm gonna walk over to these bushes and wipe the bird crap off of my boots.
Well, you got it on your hands too.
But I wiped them off in the bushes too. Then
Okay. All right. So where are y'all going now?
I think Jack's gonna wash his boots and his hands off in the water over here.
I think that's
Big
a bit of a
time.
drop.
Oh, is it?
It looks almost 5 feet.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Jump in, Jack. The water's fine.
I think I'm good.
It's never trapped with monsters.
No, never.
Playing Falco for so long, I wasn't even worried about it.
Actually,
what about
Storm, can you use that pole to see how deep this water is?
I can check it out. And I'll take the pole and slide it down. How far down is the water to begin with?
The water looks to be about 5 foot down.
If I can I like grab a hold of it and climb down? Is it climbable for me or not?
Let me look to see if it says anything about it not being very climbable. I mean, but you have a climb speed because you're like a cat.
I know, but I use claws to climb. But like I said, if it's like marble, I don't suspect I'd be able to climb. You know.
Okay,
I'm
it's
not a
actually
spider.
it's actually about 20 foot deep. So
Oh.
my mistake on the.
But
But
it's 20 feet down.
yeah, give me a perception roll.
I definitely cannot see what's going on there.
Okay, it looks like there's something swimming in the water, and the walls. You kind of get the impression just from looking at the walls of how smooth they are that you would need some gear or some form of magic to be able to climb down.
Yes, it's definitely too far for me to see there's something in the water down there. Definitely something in the water.
What do you think it is?
With as smooth as those walls are, I'm not keen to find out.
Perhaps something to feed prisoners to?
we got ropes here?
Might be a catfish.
Wait, what if we go grab one of those roasted birds and throw it in there?
Good idea, Akka. Go get it.
That'll work.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna run it all the way back over. If you want me to move my token all the way over there, I will.
You
I'll go
don't
with him and
have
help
to.
him.
But I'll go grab one of those roasted birds. Do. All the way in this room. One was probably like right here. Grab it and then drag it back. Then I'm going to set it in between me and Aylmar. This thing's still hot.
slow roasted.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you set it down, and then what?
I'm gonna get behind it and then just like gently push it forward, like enough for it to slide, but you know, to be careful enough to just kind of push it over the edge.
Okay, so as the bird falls the 20 foot to the water, it's basically a little splat, and it looks like that water's probably just a few inches deep. And as it does, the things swimming in the water get a little more ferocious in their swimming,
He's done upgraded it to things.
and it does appear to be snakes.
Oh,
Snake pit.
Yes. Well, I suggest that we stay up here.
Yeah, fireball them suckers, boil them in the water.
Snakes get soup.
We're gonna have stew tonight. Snake and bird stew.
Wait, brother, can't you just destroy or get rid of water?
I could, but what would be the point?
Force the snakes out.
Don't think
What?
they're big snakes.
Why do we want to force the snakes out? They're all the way down there. We're up here. I don't see a problem.
What if there's another bag of gems like Halmar found in the other room?
I suppose anything is possible.
Well, look, I think that we've called it close enough with one day with Jack already being turned to stone. If you all don't want to press our luck any farther, I understand. And then Akka will just kind of start walking around everyone, pretending to be a chicken.
Is the water clear enough to see like the ground if it's only a few inches?
No, because water still drips into there from the ceiling. It's mainly, it looks like it's rainwater that's coming in, and then the snakes moving create ripples that make it hard to see exactly how deep it is to see the bottom.
It's shallow on the edges, but who knows how deep it is in the center.
Okay,
Well,
so as a test, I'll just use destroy water up to 10 gallons and see how far down it goes. See if it dilutes it a bit or gets deeper in the middle or something.
So you're going to basically take 10 gallons of water out of this pit, correct?
Yeah, see how much of a difference it makes.
So I definitely don't have my mathematics on tonight. I do that all day at work.
Well, that's what we were hoping for here.
well, so I guess the question is the way that spell works. Like, are you going towards the center and just sucking a massive 10 gallons out, and then it's like gonna fill in, or is it taking it all off the top? I guess is the question. How does that spell work?
Yeah,
Well,
how
it's
are you?
a range up to 30 feet, so I can only get like kind of near the edge, I guess.
Okay, well, if you take it from a certain area, um, it'll basically you'll see the bottom of the pit and see that before it fills in with the water from the outside where you didn't take the water from, that it was probably about 4 inches, 5 inches deep.
When it fills in, does it look like there's a like dip in the water? Can we see like a watermark? Maybe even like a half inch?
Not even a half inch, probably
Yeah, okay.
less than that.
I don't think it's anything we should be concerned about.
Uh, Storm is gonna come over and start taking a look at this jar, vase, or pod, or whatever it is over here a little closer. See if he sees anything on it that looks interesting.
Well, once I see my
Okay.
chicken dance isn't working, I'm gonna go out and just tend to Sarah, make sure that she's okay.
What do you want to do exactly with that urn?
Well, I just want to kind of look at it and see if I notice anything off about it. Because is the statue interacting with the urn, or is it just next to it?
I mean, it looks like the statue looks like it was reaching for the urn.
And we did he do detect magic in here earlier?
I haven't.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I can.
Oh, yeah.
I'll start the ritual.
Because Storm's very interested in what's going on with this. Like, this is, I'm not sure. There is a big pool of water there. This could have something to do, or it could have nothing to do with anything. Does anybody care, or do we want to just move on?
That's up to you. I got all day.
Well, we could wait the 10 minutes, see if there's anything magical going on with the statues or the urn, and then decide from there.
10 minutes
Poison-
is worth the wait.
Your poison effects have worn off, Alamar.
Is he dead?
No.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, but it's
Okay, so you are doing detect magic.
Yeah. And then I'll come over here and check out the urn or whatever he's looking at.
Nothing magical about it.
Okay. I don't see anything magical in the room.
I'm sure the statue's magic. Something tells me the statue's magical, but
During this time, I'm just having small talk with Jack, but every time that he replies, I just reply back in his head with silent speech.
The statue is not magical.
That little trick of yours is a little unnerving. I like it.
Just giving you a death stare.
Anything in the water magical?
Nothing.
Okay. I think we're all good here, Storm.
all right, that's fine. Let's get out of here.
Is there something wrong, Naka?
why don't you take that urn that he was looking at? Is there anything inside of it?
Maybe some ashes.
I can take a look inside, sure.
Is there
I'll take a look
something-
inside of it.
Is there something wrong, Naka? You're giving me quite the stare down.
Okay, roll me a Constitution saving throw. No, I'm just kidding.
It's actually an iron flask.
There is ashes inside the urn.
There are ashes in there, but yeah, I'm not too
Okay.
worried about ashes.
All right, we'll get out of here.
Okay, so any more areas in Nangalore you want to explore, or are you ready to get back to the main map?
I think we're ready to move on.
What about these stairs that lead down? Are they going in water or?
Yeah, they're going down into the water, and see how like there's an underwater. See the little
It appears they just funnel out into the
they
river.
funnel into the river there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna close these maps down.
All All right, which one we going to now?
So where was it we were supposed to take this orchid to?
That's your guys' job. You're the smart ones.
Oh, wrong map. Trying to see where we are on the map right now. Okay. Did he tell us where we would be teleported to exactly? I mean, Nangalore is the place.
Mangalore is a place we just got to.
The map of Troll is not loading for me. I don't know why.
It just takes a minute.
Yeah, it's a high res map. It just takes a minute to go through.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, we're still at the port?
No, that's wrong. We're like south on the river. River Olung.
Angular, yep, there we are. Okay. I was gonna say we were tricked this entire time.
Okay, so you leave Nangalore about 11 o'clock in the morning. Where are you wanting to head?
Well, now that like we're kind of outside, I know that we're in the jungle, but is there any way that anyone can get a sense of direction?
Nada.
Guess I'll like try to see if I can see the sun, and with it being in like the morning, knowing that the sun would be to the east.
Yeah, the sun's pretty high up right now. It's because it's getting close to noontime, so it'd be reasonable that you could spot the sun.
As long as
Although it does look like storm clouds are beginning to move in.
Well, do we know that the river runs north and south? Ish. Also, can we even see the river?
For this river, even if we could see it, like I don't think any of us have ever been here.
we can always take and place a stick in the ground. You look at the shadow, since it's not right at noon yet, the shadow of the stick is going to be to the west.
Does Rolf know this, or does Sandman know this?
Roth should know it. I mean, that's a survival technique.
It's a survival technique, but you're not proficient in survival.
I'm not. So yeah.
I'm sure somebody's proficient in it.
Can
A second.
we hear the river from here?
Storm's taking a look around at everything. Well, I can see if I. Where was it that we needed to go? We needed to go to where the bird people were or something. Correct.
Correct.
Yes. Actually, I forgot for a long time that one of my rings gives me proficiency in survival.
Nice. Well,
It's been a
I'll take a
while.
look around. All right. So you
I'll help him out.
survival? Is it survival or nature for this?
To find your way?
Yeah. I'm hoping survival.
I'm going to go with let me look at the other one here. I think it's more of a survival check. personally. I mean, I could be wrong. That may not be what's specified in 5e rules, but that's what we're going with.
If I'm helping him out,
Oh, you're help. Okay, sorry. So you are helping me. Sorry. Not like that was much better.
oh god,
Y'all are rolling terrible tonight.
Dareth,
You
where
guys
are
just
you?
you guys want me to do it?
I haven't rolled much at all this time.
Okay, so which direction are you trying to go?
Towards where I think that city is. He told us I had to go to. I'd have looked at a map if they didn't give me one beforehand to try and figure out where it was. But
If we could find the river, I feel like we should be able to know where to go.
then yeah, he'd be looking for downhill, head towards the river. Then if you want to hit to the river, I can get you to the river.
Yeah, we could follow the water out from where we came in originally. And Akka, you remember that crazy man with the fairy tales and in the tavern back in the port?
Yeah.
He told us that the Olung River is the path towards the bird folk. He said it's several miles though.
I remember saving one from that tower when we were helping our guide, but
He did that.
I can't remember what he called the city. Atazkaka, something like that.
I don't remember the name of the city. He said it was past the Laughing Gorge. And the bird folk are actually holding the last royal heir of Chult.
The storm. Where are you taking us? I thought you said you were taking us to the river.
If you know how to get there better than I do, you're more than welcome to lead it, little man.
Well, I'm just asking. That's where you said we were going, right?
I'm sorry to say I'm not familiar with these jungles. This is my first experience with these particular jungles. Now, if I was back home, I know exactly where every stone is and every tree.
If we walk for a bit, can I make a survival check
Well, you're going to make one survival check for the day,
for the day?
for the
Okay.
entire day of travel. You're only going to get half a day's travel, roughly, because y'all didn't leave at first thing in the morning from Nagalore because obviously you got here early. But
Oh, brother.
are you heading northeast? Or are you heading directly back towards the river, or how exactly y'all wanting to do that?
Well, we were trying to get to the river.
Yeah, I was trying to lead them towards the river.
Okay, so you're basically just heading over to the straight to the river.
We don't have any boat either, do we?
And
No, this is just a good sense of north and south.
after moving to the river, you expected it to be closer. You know, maybe only an hour, hour and a half away, but it ended up taking you about 3, 4 hours to get to the river.
All right, now from here, do we know what direction the city is that we need to get to it?
Brother, I actually did remember. Kerr Sable. That's the name of the city with the bird folk. At least I'm pretty sure it is.
So would we know that would be north of Nangalore?
Yeah, you would have been shown a map prior to leaving, at least.
Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
So if we're able to figure out like an eastern direction, then I think that we're good to just head north. Now that we definitely know
Follow
like
the-
where like a city that we were supposed to go to.
Yeah. I mean, we through the traveling, we might be able to see where the sun is moving, and then go according to that.
At least kind of, I would hope. A lot of emphasis on hope.
just follow the river north, because if we saw a map, then we would know.
Yeah, if it's like 3 p.m., I guess near 4 p.m., keep the sun to our left, and then we'll go that way. Follow the river up.
Okay, we'll move you up to about right there before it starts getting too late, and y'all need to either decide to push on in the darkness or to set up a camp before it does get dark.
But we
I think-
definitely have to set up a camp.
Yeah, find some clearing. Not too far away from the river, but a little ways away from the river. Set up camp.
Okay. So as y'all start setting up your camp and coming up with a watch order in the whole 9 yards, we're going to take our 5 here.
I'm gonna do Lehman's tiny hut too.
Okay. Just keep it in mind.
Ritual.
We'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes.
Sounds good.
All right.
Alright, be right back. We'll be right back in about just 5 minutes, guys. Hope you're enjoying it.
Alright, we're live. I'm waiting on the vendor to say he's back. So, Alamar, you're going to put up a tiny hut.
We back, everybody.
Yep.
We back. We back.
What is y'all's watch order going to be?
I think Akka's will still be with Vinder. And I think at this point, Akka would feel. I think he would want to go first.
Okay, I have you and vendor. The
I'll take
first watch.
I'll take the mid watch.
Storm will take that with him.
I guess the half elves, the full elves will do the last one.
Okay, I
Works
got
for
y'all's
me.
watch order set up. Okay, so it's pretty uneventful night. And you wake up the next day, ready to go at it. Actually, let me divvy out XP and stuff.
Do I even get XP for being petrified?
Yeah, you're a part of the encounter. So
You
you
weren't
do.
dead.
Let me see where y'all are at on XP. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to be too concerned about the session XP because it ain't going to be enough. So, yeah, you wake up the next morning. It looks a little stormy.
I think we should keep following the river.
You gonna give us a long rest? Okay, never mind.
And we know where we're going, correct?
Well, I know my memory isn't the most reliable, but if I am correct, then yes.
Yes, Cursible, if I remember correctly from the map, was. Did they give us a map when we came back, or are we just going off of what they showed us?
Just going off what they showed you, they did not give you a map.
It was north of a giant swamp area, just east of or north, should be northeast of our current location of uh, of the of the river. We should wait for the river to take a giant turn eastward and turn off of the river there.
All right.
Apparently, I haven't given y'all session XP in a little while, so I am going to award that. Okay, there y'all go. I
Wowzers!
didn't realize it'd been several sessions, so I pulled it up.
It's so close to level 8.
Pretty close.
Well, like my brother said, if we keep following the river, then we'll make our way there. I agree with Storm as well.
Well,
Right.
lead the way, my new companions.
Roll me survival.
I refuse.
That's a personality check.
I could do it.
Yes, you know these these jungles better than I do. Go ahead. You
My
lead the
ring
way.
is speaking to me. It is telling me where to go.
No, thank you.
Nice.
A double-digit roll.
You do realize that y'all were a little lost on where you thought you were compared to where, you know, you're just not where you, what's his name, Storm, thought you were. And you kind of decipher that. That's where you were actually at.
Well, I mean, it,
Oh.
it was the direction that we wanted to go, anyways, right?
It was.
Yeah, it just worked out.
So, you travel along the river today. And it's about 1 o'clock when you smell the smell of death.
A familiar smell.
Yes.
I don't think that I'll ever get used to that.
For the amount of time we were traveling with Falco, I'd say you should be.
This is worse.
Well, where is it coming from?
I'm smelling it with my nose, so I'm not sure.
Can I see the source? Oh,
You're about to be on a battle map.
Okay, roll me. Everybody, roll me perception rolls.
This is Aka's specialty. Yes.
Or no, that was your or your survival, but your perception roll is still good. Vendor, Storm. What's yours, Jack? At least it wasn't a 1.
You're bound to start rolling good eventually.
Yeah, he'll get good on combat this time.
and the
Alomar,
trend,
You're gonna flip that switch.
and the
it
trend of not rolling in double digits continues.
the smell is emanating from your west, and you hear something large moving through the trees.
Ah, nuts.
West. Contact West.
Something large. Sounds like something large is coming.
I'm gonna use my divine sense, and you can open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
Okay, looking at where you're at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So it's about 80 foot away. You can't sense it yet.
I know it's there, just can't sense it.
That is correct. But Jack's roll, he didn't even notice it over there. Akka is right behind him. Vendor can't see it through the trees, but he can hear it. He definitely felt some thuds going on as this thing was moving.
Oh, we're locked down.
Uh, Storm is gonna look for the closest tree that he can climb to try and jump up and see if he can get a bird's eye view.
All right, go ahead and position yourselves like you'd have been walking, and then I'll lock you back down. I didn't realize y'all were already locked when I put y'all on here.
So we're heading north. So
We're
I
heading
think
like east right now.
okay. So then
And
Storm would be at like the point, I would imagine.
Vinder, I think Vinder's leading at the
Yeah,
moment, and
I
Storm's
would probably
relatively
be
close
more
behind.
like over there.
Well, I'm gonna be close behind you.
Well, y'all keep getting further and further away from the
Well,
creature.
we're trying to set it up
Well,
like
it came from behind us.
appropriately. If we're heading east and we can smell it, like if the smell's coming from the west, then it's from behind us. So our marching order would be with like Vinder at the top, and then like me behind, and then everyone else kind of behind that. So far, anyways.
Actually, that tree to the actually, yeah, probably that tree to the north then would be the one that Storm would be heading to. So I'd probably be heading over there to climb that tree.
Yeah, it's a big tree.
Okay, well, I'm going to have y'all roll initiative. And if that's where you want to go on your turn, Storm, you can do that.
Sweet. Jack, I'm taking your low rolls.
He's
Natural
wasting,
20.
he's wasting his nat 20s on initiative, though.
Figures.
I'm gonna keep rolling low for you, bud. Let's see what your character can do.
Were you going to put that up on the deal for me, or
What do you need me to put up?
don't you usually put a deal up that says roll initiative?
You can roll it this time. I didn't throw it up that time. Last time was just because y'all hadn't done it yet. All right. Jack, it's your turn.
So you said I have not detected the presence of this thing, correct?
Well, we let you know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody probably hollered out something.
I said contact left
Oh, okay.
or west.
Akka looks to his left, sees a tree. Nice one.
Shit. I thought.
You don't.
Oh, I thought normal magic missile was 4 bolts. My bad.
What's
I was about
What?
to
You
say.
you should have level 3 right now, aren't you? Are you just level 2?
No, I'm a multi-class of
Oh,
sorcerer
okay,
and
gotcha.
warlock. Yeah. Sorry, you can mark off that last one. Then that's my fault.
I was like,
But you
damn,
should
this
still
whole
have a
time I was
plus
wrong.
1. You should still have a +1 to the damage because you rolled 2 of them with only +1. Though it should have been
And
those
so it
2
should
with
be
a
an
+2.
8 plus the 3 plus the 2, so 13.
One more time.
You got an arrow protruding from him now as it sticks to him, and you hit him again. Well, nice damage.
Then I'll move over there towards Jack. Whatever my movement is, I should have what, 10?
You moved 15.
I can move
You
15
got
more. Then.
okay, so you can go another 5.
Just right there. Kind of a protective stance.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I mashed it, and what it is, I got it up here by my dice, and it keeps moving them instead.
Gotcha. What are you doing, Storm?
I'm looking at things right now.
Like you're trying to do a drive-by.
Something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at it.
And you missed.
Oof.
It travels just over the top of this dinosaur, hitting a tree behind it.
I'll
And
do my
catch,
spiritual weapon as
well,
well.
it don't catch it on fire because everything's a little damp here.
But since that'll miss, I'll duck behind this little bush here.
Okay, Storm.
All right, so now that I actually see where that everyone else is taking shots at this thing, so I know where it is, so I don't feel like I need to see what's going on. I'm gonna start charging towards it, and I am going to use my feline agility to get up there. What was that, 45 feet, right?
I believe so.
I am going to attack it with my rapier. But why did that roll advantage?
It rolled 2 20s anyways.
Roll
Hot
2
damn.
20s. Hot damn.
Yeah, way to waste a nat 20, man.
That's not a waste. He still got it.
Yeah, but now he's not gonna. I mean, because he's done used the second one, so he gonna get another one the rest of the session, unless he
No, it
rolls
does-
like I did on y'all that one night.
It doesn't matter. He's a rogue that 8d6, right? For the sneak attack?
Yeah.
Why didn't that?
Yeah, it didn't double it.
Yeah, I didn't roll the crit.
I should have been all max dice, right?
Yeah,
For
and then it
bonus.
should have been plus. I think yeah, then it should be plus max. Yeah.
Let me check.
So it'd be a plus 32 normally.
Wait a
I'm
second.
Not sure why.
Why did that just do damage to me too? What the hell? Am I
Oh,
targeting myself?
that's why you rolled it.
Oh,
out
you're targeting
twice.
yourself, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You was
funny.
sneak was so good you hurt yourself.
Okay, man. All right, so you should have had how much damage?
There's a total of 53, if my math's right.
Damn.
Okay, and it does. Give me a second here, and I'll find out.
Yeah, it should be another 32 on top of that. If we're doing the max, damage roll on for the first set, correct?
And it is dead.
Man, I'm
Sure,
glad,
that wasn't a smite.
I'm glad it didn't get to my turn. I would have had to sprint and use my dash action to get kind of close.
Yeah, you were a little ways away for a short-legged guy.
Are you all done playing around over there?
Do you see the size of this thing? It's dead with one hit.
Yes, that was a very good strike directly into the center of it. Nice work, Storm.
Well then, I don't know if I really want to come across any more of these, but
Well,
I
you
say
will. A lot more. Usually,
Why not? You took him out in one hit.
yeah.
I'm gonna grab my 2 arrows out of him.
Okay.
Speaking of which, are there any more around us?
It still smells like death, but that could just be the dead one.
I thought I unlocked the tokens.
Yeah.
not all of them apparently.
And Sarah's never phased from anything that pops out. She just stands there like a brute.
Stoic.
Try to move yours now, Storm.
Yeah,
I taught her
can now.
well.
Okay.
Can I use the cantrip Far Hearing to see if I can hear any more stomping through the trees?
Yeah, link or I don't know if you can actually link that. Can you? Is it a spell?
It's a
Cantrip?
cantrip, yeah.
Yeah, you can link that. No, when you open up the spell itself, there's a little chat bubble just below that little link thing.
Yeah, when you click on the hexagon.
That work?
Nope, you put concentration on yourself. There you go.
There you go.
I'll do it for you.
There, I figured it out.
He did
Easier
it.
to read this week, isn't it?
Yes, much easier to read.
I had to create a custom background image and put it in, or rename it basically the same name as the other one is for this extension, just to override it.
Yeah, that
But
looks really nice.
Indeed.
you hear even distant whispers. Well, from where I'm looking at this, it's got a range of 60 feet that you can point somewhere that you can actually see. And until the effect ends, you hear as if you were at that point instead of where you actually are.
Okay, then I'll go 60 feet out, north, east, west, and south. It's a cantrip, so.
Okay, and aside from maybe one direction, you hear monkeys, and off in the distance. Another direction, you can faintly hear the rumbling on the jungle floor of or feel it, maybe. Or actually, you could use the far hearing. You can kind of make out like a big dinosaur, but it's very far off. Just normal jungle stuff, man.
Okay.
And even a river off one way, you can kind of hear the river a little bit.
Okay, I'll turn to the rest of the companion and say, I don't think there's any more. I think we're good.
Let's not let it slow us down too much.
Travel on.
Okay, so
Storm, you're gonna have to teach us how you were able to strike it down like that.
I put a hand on Aka's shoulder and I'm like, it's called It's called luck, Aka. You don't have that.
Yeah, I do.
Years
Got
of
you.
training.
So as you travel the rest of the day, you end up where I just moved your green pin to, uneventfully.
Cool.
And what I'm going to do is go ahead and roll for encounters for the next, yeah, I guess we'll do 2 days worth. And we'll have 2 survival checks too.
Okay, you want me to roll this now?
Yeah, you can.
Well, yep. One good and one not so good.
Oh man, you went from really, really like high spectrum to on the low side.
I slept on a rock one of those days.
Neck's crooked.
Okay, so day 1, you get to about right there. Um, day 2, you roll a 10. You get to about right there. And let me fast forward my calendar a couple of days.
For for moving forward a couple days, we get long rest, right? I mean, I didn't do anything, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
more worried about the spell users.
I'll pop it out. Get rid of that damage and everything. Okay,
Dead dinosaur XP.
Woo!
so I mean, from
Thank you,
everything that you know from the map, you feel like you're within a couple days of this place called Cursable.
Ugh. If we're not too far off, then I think we should keep trudging, but should always keep safe during the night. Our guide told us it's practically the worst time to travel.
Well, it's not the best time to walk into a town either.
Why not?
You don't think that they would be on guard for the undead and for things coming out of the darkness?
Yeah, but we're not walking forward with our arms hanging like, I'm
I fast
undead.
I fast forwarded you to like in the morning time after a long rest.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
cool. So we've gone through what,
Oh,
3 days,
okay.
3 days of rations so far.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you for marking it. It reminded me to mark mine down, which I desperately wanted to remember because they're so heavy.
So 2 or 3 days of ration.
3.
All right, give me one more survival check, and we'll see
And
where
I'll
that
go
takes
ahead
you.
and help him with this one.
Okay.
Yep, it's 20.
You did fail one, but on my roll over here, the lost direction you ended up was the right direction.
Nice.
But you do end up in the right place. And you see an ancient monastery overlooking the jungle from its perch on the cliff of a tall plateau. Stone steps and rickety walkways connect the various buildings, the lowest of which is 500 feet above the ground. The main building has a circular maze like symbol carved into its crumbling facade. Every few minutes, bird folk either land at the monastery or launch themselves from its balconies and take to the sky.
Is there nothing near ground level?
And this is kind of what, a little bit of an image of what it kind of looks like.
Well, this is definitely a city for the birds now, isn't it?
Wow, Storm, I like you that much more now. That was a good one. I have to remember that one.
It's like the staircase going up there is in pretty bad shape.
That it is.
Looking at it, about what's the distance, like on average for the yeah? What's the average distance between those breaks?
Let's see here. It doesn't really specify, but it is going to require checks. It can be done.
Like looking at it, it's something that I think would be jumpable.
Yes.
Oh no,
And the
let's rephrase that question. Jumpable for the party
Or just a cat?
or just the cat?
Well, I mean, Storm's pretty certain that he's going to be able to make these jumps.
That was my concern.
well, I can make it across. If we have rope, does anybody have the ability to if tie me off to some rope? I can climb over, and then possibly pull, or the rest of you could climb over on the rope.
Yeah, I could go last and make a running long jump, probably. As long as it's not over 19 feet.
Well, we do have what was your Alamar? Weren't you able to cast a something that could possibly carry the rope back over to us?
No, I got Mage Hand.
Okay, there's a set way to get up here. I mean, because you got gaps in the walkway, and there's some places where there's going to be wide gaps in the walkways. Basically, some of it you're climbing around gaps in the walkways, some of it you're crossing wide gaps by jumping um, along some basically oddly spaced support beams, and then one of them's going to be a roll to spot rotted planking that won't support weight, so you don't step on it.
Um,
Oh,
so okay, the question I had, it's against a like a cliff face. Is that what it's put up against?
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know if I can climb across this cliff face or not.
I can Misty Step over there. Pretty sure Jack can too.
Well, how many times can you do that?
Storm, if you need to be able to jump farther, I can cast a spell that will help.
Well, let's take it one step at a time. If it looks like there's a way to get up, let's go, and we'll see. We'll go one section at a time. If we need to use the rope, we will.
And also Misty Step. I can do it 3 times.
Well, I can do it 3, and then I probably can do it 7 times. But then I'll be out of spell slots. So.
Fortunately, I can only do that once a day, but I know expeditious retreat isn't jump, but it does make me faster.
Yeah.
Would that give me any distance?
No, it's not going to give you distance on the jump. I mean, I think y'all should just see what the results are. You know.
Yeah, I
Of
say we.
course you
I say we.
would.
I say we follow the trail. There has to be a way of getting there, and as we get to each section, we'll figure it out.
Well, and I'm
If
sure
you want me to,
I'm sure some of those bird people are going to see us coming up here, and you never know, they may come down and offer to help us.
Wait, that's a good point. Vendor and I saved one of their kin. Perhaps if we call out
There
to
you
them,
go.
then we can convince them to carry us up. I
Well,
hope
then
that
let's-
doesn't use up the favor, but perhaps that's something we can negotiate.
well, then let's move forward and see where we go.
Aka's just gonna. Vendor should we call out like a bird?
I guess that's the start. Fender will kind of like shout up and then go like, "Hey, can someone help us?"
Aka will just be like, "Caw, caw!"
Ah!
Here, Tweety Bird. Here, Tweety Bird.
They seem pretty far up.
Figured they were going to go tweet, tweet.
Well, let's move forward. Maybe the nearer the closer
Send
we
us some
get.
tweets.
Okay, but if you want to cross the first gap in a walkway, I need an athletics roll. Or if you got some other method to get across.
Can I see if they hear me? I'll cast thaumaturgy on myself, make my voice boom 3 times as loud.
You can, yeah.
So I'll do that and do the same thing. See if they hear me.
Can Storm make an acrobatics check?
Not on this specific roll. This was to climb around gaps in the walkway. So your DC is probably going to be lower because of you being having a climbing speed.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest with you, since it does say climb around gaps in the walkway,
So this is
I'd say you don't even need. I don't think you even need to give me a roll, Storm, simply because you
It
have a
is
climb speed.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, you
If
see.
you're making me roll this, I'm going to die from heights.
Athletics, right?
This is an athletics check to climb around gaps in the walkway. You're not making a jump here.
Also, how high up are we at this point?
I mean, you feel like you're probably 30 foot from a fall.
Why do I have disadvantage?
Because
Armor.
you're wearing the armor.
I'm not wearing any armor.
Why is it giving you that? It dropped your second roll, though.
Rolled a 1. And I'm not
Okay.
a halfling.
So was my second one a 16 or a 10? Oh, Alamar, no.
That's a bonus action. I missed his step, so.
Your first roll is the one that counted. I mean, I can tell you what the consequences are before you decide to do that. Okay, so if you fail your roll, you can either choose to fall and take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, or you can gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Misty step. Misty step.
I'll take the exhaustion.
No, what are you doing?
Okay, let me look at his sheet real quick though to see if I can figure out why it's rolling him at disadvantage.
What's the?
He has no armor on.
It says that he may need to create a whole new character. There may be like something in his character sheet that screwed up when he made it, and he may just need to make a whole new character and create a new
That's
character.
what I'm saying. I wonder if his thing's bugged.
Is there?
I'll check the database. I'll check the database after this session and see if I can narrow it down. There is none in his inventory at all. None on the sheet.
All right. So
So
how far is
it's
this?
bugged out.
How far is this gap? Because I would prefer us to start tying ropes off before we just potentially all
Yeah.
start
Well, no,
falling.
this wasn't a gap. This we were climbing. We were climbing up to.
Yeah, but even then, like, even if we have the potential to fall, I mean, like, I would still like to have the chance to save somebody from falling, but especially before we get too high up.
Yeah, because it only gets worse. That's why I'd rather just take a thing of exhaustion.
I got a question. What's the DC for this?
It's a secret.
I mean, who failed so far?
Alamar failed. You failed too. So are you
I'll
wanting
take
to?
3d6.
You'll take the 3d6. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to vote 3 ones.
Not quite. I'll drop it on your sheet.
18 damage.
You took 8 points of damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That ain't bad.
And Jack, you did fail yours too. So are you want to take the damage or the exhaustion?
Take a damage.
Jack must have hit a rock on the way down. And Alamar. Oh, we already did you. You took the exhaustion. So, Akka, what are you doing, man?
I'm climbing.
Give me that roll. I haven't seen a roll. Oh yeah, you did. Oh yeah. Okay, damage or
Totally on a 14. I'll take the
Mhm.
damage. Yep, definitely using a rope.
I mean, the damage you are taking is not like you're going to die.
But it's only gonna get worse, is what I mean.
And how far down? How far up was this? This is 30 feet.
30
You said.
foot.
All right, so I'm looking around. Can I find a like a rope or a tree or something to tie the rope off to?
Just hold it. Tie it off to you. We'll
There's
hold on.
support beams and stuff like that.
I'm gonna try and tie it off to me, but go over some of the support beams and stuff, and use them as like a secondary point, and like kind of tie it off to both me and the support beams. Like kind of wrap it around the support beam and myself, and drop it down.
Okay, give me what can I ask for here? Give me a survival check in the dice tower for how effective you tie your knot. Okay. So you got it tied around the support beam and yourself, and I'm guessing Akka's going to climb back up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
you
try
climb
and
back
use
up.
the rope if you can.
What'd you say, Storm? I just
So,
you were kind of cutting out with a clue.
sorry. Use the rope if you can. It might help.
All right. Give it another shot, I guess. Just another athletics check, or
No, it just you eventually get your way across. It just takes you a while. You slow the party down, basically.
It wasn't just him.
I mean, and everybody else,
Everybody
obviously.
failed.
Yeah, everybody. It basically takes y'all like a little over an hour to get everybody safely across after several of them fell. And
well,
eventually you come across some wide gaps. and you're going to need to jump along some oddly spaced support beams. This will be an acrobatics roll for those who want to roll.
Well, we're getting pretty high up at this point,
And-
guys.
An
It's
acrobatics jump.
it's still the bottom is still only about 30 foot away. I mean the this stuff it ain't like they got 100 feet of poles holding this catwalk up.
I forgot I had disadvantage.
That's why everybody else took the damage. So, okay, acrobatics,
There's
storm,
not
you're
room.
fine.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I can make that. How about somebody goes ahead and they can get a bird person to come help me or some shit? This is a little ridiculous.
Oh, I never planned on going up at all.
I was gonna. Is there room enough for me to make a running long jump? I
Did
just
you,
need 10 feet.
Vendor? Did you not roll at all?
No, I never went up.
Oh, you just waiting down there.
I just
Okay,
waited.
Rolf, you're wanting to
I
try to do.
I think I waited with Vendor. I think Jack's like, nah, this is fucking bullshit. All this work just to get into a goddamn birdhouse.
Okay, what was you wanting to do, Rolf?
Running long jump.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be any way you look at it, it's an acrobatics roll.
Oh, running long jumps in athletics. You jump your strength score. I have a strength of 19, so I'd be able to jump 19 feet without making a roll.
Yeah, but this is a little of a different thing because I ain't gonna tell you the DC. A
Okay.
DC blank dexterity acrobatics check to cross wide gaps and wooden walkways by jumping along oddly spaced support beams. So it's more finesse when you're jumping to try to land on these oddly spaced support beams.
All right, here goes.
So you're saying that the whole thing is further than he can jump, so he can't make it in one big long jump.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, you actually succeed. Now, Alamar, damage or another level of exhaustion?
I'll take the damage.
Oh, you got lucky.
Storm, I think this is gonna be way too difficult for my little legs to get across.
So you go just wait there.
I mean, as like a player, if there's no way that we can kind of get across like from like establishing ropes or anything like that, then depending on how many gaps there are, it's like, you know, X amount of percent chance that I'm gonna eat shit, and with Akka stats, that percent chance is very low. And I don't have any spells to like step across.
Okay.
Like I said,
If Akka and Vendor don't go up, then they're
Jack
the
can
only
go
ones
up.
that know about the guy that they saved.
I was thinking that, about a minute ago.
Yeah, but
So-
there's just like the percentage chances, like if we're unable to like establish a better way to get across besides just rolling, there's no way that we're getting up.
Okay, well then let's just all climb back down, and we'll take and build a big fire down here at the bottom, and let the smoke go up, and that'll attract attention.
well, we might be able to, yeah, but that we don't know how that'll be perceived. That may be an attack. Setting a fire underneath someone's home may be looked at as an attack against them. Who knows how they'll
Not if
react?
it's a little fire and we use the smoke.
Yeah, it's not like we're shooting up a firebolt to get their attention.
The fails also include damage, though.
Did you say fireball?
Yeah, they do,
Because
but You're not gonna die.
Yeah, it'll
from it.
definitely get their attention, but they won't like it.
The higher we go, the more chance we're going to have of getting hurt more.
So the question is, like you said, with the ropes that we have, can I fashion, like with the use of Mage Hand, get ropes across and get them over using ropes?
I think Jack is just gonna casually and kind of out of boredom just start shooting silver streams of Eldritch Blast into the sky.
Okay.
There's somebody's got prestidigitation and they can do fireworks.
So what was the
And-
answer on the ropes?
You could fashion ropes, but I mean, you're talking about they'd have to climb the ropes instead of jumping. Still got to be some kind of check, but you're going to have to fashion it because, like, some of these spots, like right now, they're making the acrobatics rolls. It's like a wide gap, but it's got these little places that you can jump. So it's like you're kind of like continuously jumping as you land on these little places.
It's just like the American Ninja Warrior when they first start out, jumping from spot to spot to spot.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand
And
that.
I'm like the fat
When you
dude
say
that's never
wide,
done anything in his life. I'm just gonna eat shit on that.
Yeah, no, I understand that. So when you say wide, are you talking 300 feet, 400 feet, or are you talking like 150 feet?
It's probably 100 foot.
So we need 3 ropes.
But as you're firing these eldritch blasts into the air, you do get the attention of the Aarakocra who live above.
About time.
And you see about 30 Aarakocra start swarming the skies.
Okay, I stop firing. I don't want to hit anybody.
Hey!
Some of them are
God!
juveniles.
Start flapping my arms.
But he can talk to him. I can't.
They come down in force, 30 of them. And they don't look too afraid of you with them having the whole mob mentality. What do you want, and why are you firing spells into the air?
To get your attention. Nothing more. We tried yelling earlier, but apparently no one heard us.
Well, why do you want our attention?
Well, actually, we were a long time ago. We were invited. Myself and my brother here.
Hi.
We saved one of your people. I believe his name was Nephir.
I know Nephir, and he has told me of some people who saved his life at the Firefinger.
Yes, that was it. We killed a bunch of those Terra folk, I believe they were.
Yep, I even hit one so hard, he wasn't even able to fly. He just fell right off the tower.
So, what is it that you seek from us?
Well, we were informed that you could be of assistance with the capability of flight. We brought a flower as an offering, and we were looking to use that to travel.
You would need to speak with a Shara if that's what you are here for.
I point up. Is she up there?
She is.
Is there a safer way that we can go up?
Ah, I thought you were all mighty warriors. You saved Nephir. So are you
Well,
telling me that you need to be carried up?
Yes, we're
that
not mighty
was
flyers.
yeah. We one of us fell off that perch when we were saving Nephir. They're no longer with us, and at that time we had the aid of some potions. This time we do not.
I can carry you. Yeah, we can carry you all up a little bit, but you can make the rest of the journey from that point. It will not be any more broken walkway from that point on.
That would be much appreciated. My little legs do not carry me far when I jump.
Yeah, maybe you should fix those.
And he slaps Jack on the leg. Be polite to the many flying bird people. He speaks in his head.
I think Jack just smiles.
So they carry you. I mean, as long as you are letting them, they begin to come up from behind you. And
I'm. Let's see. Are they going to be able to carry me?
how much do you weigh?
If there's like multiple.
235 pounds plus my armor and everything, which is another 88 pounds. So a little over 400 pounds.
Well,
Or
if
300
it
pounds.
comes
Yeah,
if it
300.
comes to it, a couple of them will grab a hold of you.
I mean, I could stay down here with Sarah unless they need me.
Yeah, we would need someone to watch after Sarah.
That's what I'll do. I'll stay down here and watch Sarah.
If they're flying us there, are we going to be able to take Sarah with us, or are we going to have to leave her here with them?
I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to carry that big dinosaur.
Yeah, they're probably
Up
gonna have to leave her.
here.
So if we leave Era, I'm just gonna say, like, as they're like kind of tugging on him, like, "Dang, Era, you thick. Why you weigh so much?"
Uh, what all have we got on Sarah right now?
A nice
Uh,
saddle.
my entire bag
Get polymorpher.
into a little mouse. Mousy mouse.
How long does that last for?
An hour, right?
Yeah, I can also reduce everybody. Well, 2 people.
Yeah, 1 hour.
How long does that last?
Let me double check. Um, 1 minute, which would make this even more hilarious.
Oh God. No, thank you.
Well, in that case, I guess I should go on up with everyone.
So we can get her up there, but then
Yeah, we'll
From
just leave
there
her
we-
down here. I'm
We'll be
guessing.
Well,
able to-
if Ross is gonna stay there, I'll stay with him. You know, there ain't no sense in leaving everybody, just one person.
well, okay. So we polymorph her, get her up there, and then from there we have to figure something out. But we can polymorph her for an hour. Question is it going to take an hour to get up top?
Well, they're bringing us up part of the way, and then we're moving up ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, I wouldn't trust Sarah on the pathway.
Not
I
at
wouldn't
all.
either. She collapsed these stairs and stuff. So.
So I think like half the party go up, half the party stay down.
I think me and you should go up, Vendor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay down here.
Well, I mean, we got 6. We might as well bring one other.
So
Storm.
Jack or Storm.
Uh,
Storm is very. I would love to see what's going on up here.
I bet you would, you cat person. You'd love to eat all these bird
He
people.
wants to get into the Tweety Bird house.
I think we need.
Oh god.
Shit, I don't know. That's a tough call.
I'll stay down there with him. Y'all ain't gonna worry about that.
We should take Jack.
If
Is-
you're worried about your dinosaur, I mean, we could post a couple guards down here.
Oh, okay, well, that's nice.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, that's fine. That way we can all go up and meet with
So he'll whisper
Braveheart.
or say something in a different language that I don't think any of y'all can understand. And a couple of the Aarakocra will land over beside Sarah. And then they'll start coming up from behind you all, like I described earlier, grabbing a hold of you. A couple of them grab a hold of Roth and carry you up to where I've put a little circle.
Oh, whoops! I closed that picture out. Thank you.
There you go. And this looks like some dwellings right here in this area. You see little Aarakocra people, kind of just, I'm saying kids kind of playing and stuff like that.
So I guess we go to the top. I'm assuming that's where the leader would be.
Yes.
Oh, brother, if they said it was safe on the way up, I think we should be good.
So all of your people fly?
Not everyone here can fly. But all of the Aarakocra can fly.
Oh, so it's not all Aarakocra that live here.
That is correct.
Very interesting. You have many different species here?
No. We just have a couple humans living with us. I want to go fetch Nefir and have him meet you on your ascent. So perhaps he can show you around.
Thank you.
Does he
It would
prefer
be nice to see my
us-
prison buddy again.
Is interfere. What about the leader?
Wait, prison? You met this person in prison?
Oh yeah, I got picked up, flown away, and then we met in shackles.
Why did they bring you to prison?
Well, they were probably gonna kill me, throw me off the cliff or something.
It's like a sacrifice.
So you're a lawbreaker.
That's what I was
Well,
thinking.
these things are monsters, you know, big scaly things that fly around in the sky, pick up things and drop them, and then pick up the dead bodies and eat them.
So they put you in a prison or a dinner kettle?
Dinner kettle.
I would consider it more of a pantry where you keep some stored goods. That's where they put them.
They had
Very
Nefir tied
interesting.
up, I assume, to not have Nefir fly away when he would eventually gotten dropped.
Yeah, how are
I guess
they
they
gonna...
tied me up because they thought I could fly.
Didn't they clip his wings, brother? Do something to make him not be able to fly.
I don't think so. I think they just tied him up.
Well, he's lucky to be alive. It'll be nice to see him again.
You two are the unluckiest halflings I have ever heard of.
Yeah, it almost feels like the halfling luck doesn't sit well with us. I haven't seen it in many moons.
Halfling luck, is that a real thing?
Well,
Yeah, we got these, and I wave my feet around.
yeah, same. I was just about to say our feet.
So if I cut them off, I'll get luck.
Well, I mean,
Well, stop wiggling my feet.
You spot
that's how some think.
Nephir flying down towards you after y'all have been talking for a few minutes, and the one guy that was talking to you had left.
Hey, I'm assuming we're walking and talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see you two again, Akka and Vendor. Where's the rest of your companions? I see you have new friends.
I'm gonna speak into my brother's mind and say, let's just tell him that they decided to leave.
We went our
What?
separate ways.
What, you mean the guys that died before we joined you?
Well,
just look at Storm. Bad kitty.
Storm, is it the heights? Is it the heights getting to you?
Cat's out of the bag.
The cat.
Well,
Okay.
this is a very I've never seen anything like this before.
So, I've been told you are here to see Ashara about being gifted to flight.
Yes, we need to complete a task immediately that will help save a lot of people.
Well, let's head that way. This building here in front of you, it's the one on the right side of the map. I got the circle over by it. This, you'll need to clean yourselves here before going through the monastery. You'll have to pass through the monastery to see Ashara. So, y'all walk into the building here, and it's basically there's a wash basin.
Bird bath.
And there's like salt and powdered chalk and stuff like that in these little small vessels beside the wash basin.
I start to scrub the dirt and grime off me as well as cleaning my armor a little bit.
Same.
Yeah, take a full bath.
They call a Puerto Rican shower, right? Little rag and water.
Yeah,
Wow.
Storm will start washing himself off too.
I'll take a splish splash bath too.
Okay, so after 10-15 minutes of each of you kind of taking turns doing a little splish splash wash, you make your way up this ladder. And up the ladder, he explains this is their headscarves that you must wear to enter the monastery. So he starts grabbing them off the shelves and passing them out to you all. But let me actually unmask it first. But there is, at the east end of this chamber, is a 5-foot tall wooden statue with flowers and offerings of food that's been placed at its feet. And it looks to be very old, but it's worn almost smooth. And you
Is this where we're supposed to put the the flower, or are we supposed to present it to her?
what do you recall?
No, I'm asking the group that's him talking.
Nefir? Would we offer the orchid up to Ashara directly?
Oh no. I mean, I thought you meant the statue. You would definitely want to give that to Ashara. She highly seeks those.
All right then. I guess we carry it with
And
us. Then.
do I recognize who the goddess is or god or whatever that they're worshiping here?
You do not. It's it's so smooth that it's impossible to determine what it originally portrayed.
I'm going to take out some of my rations and put down by it.
Okay.
I'll do the same, and I'll make a little prayer.
Wow, this is very interesting. This is the first place I've been to that doesn't remind me of my home.
Okay, so you the ones who wanted to place rations down do so, and then y'all make your way up these stairs, another 20 foot up, and looks like a monastery. Let me move the pin or the circle. So, as you walk in the monastery, you see several Aarakocra. They wear prayer bead necklaces, and their beaks, hands, and feet are painted with labyrinthine type patterns. Before you walked in, you did notice that there was a large circular labyrinth symbol of Ubtao painted on the face of the building.
Wow, what is that? Have you guys ever seen anything like that before?
If my memory
Looks like
serves
a
me
bullseye.
correctly, that's Subteo, the god of the dinosaurs.
Yes, in
Wow.
fact, I have one of his rings.
I'll do like a little bit of like a respectful like nod.
Wow, so they worship dinosaurs?
Yes, that's more of the reason of one of the things we're trying to fix. Restore more of the natural dinosaurs instead of those that we fought earlier. The one that was peeling its skin and not filled with life, but that of death.
The zombies, yes, I've heard they're all over the place here down here. I thought they were supposed to be here.
Gonna
You're
try to
saying
get
they're
rid of
not?
them.
And you come into the main entrance here. You do see a another Ubtao symbol on the floor, and he leads you upstairs past some of these monks. Some of them were, there was a couple even training over there where that symbol was at. And eventually leads you outside onto the catwalk, heading further up. This next house is referred to as the Royal House. It houses the only living descendants of Amu. And with that, that's where we're going to call it for this week.
All right.
Woo, we still not dead.
Outstanding.
What's that?
I said, woo, we still not dead.
No. And and these checks to get up here, they were just merely like a kind of a hurdle. You weren't going to die from it unless, I mean, what's the odds of me rolling like 3 6s on the same person, like, a bunch of times?
Well, I mean, considering I know we don't know the DC, but with it being roughly above a 14 and having negative things,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
low percentage chance for me.
Yeah, but you fell at one time, then it's basically an hour and 15 minutes longer it takes you to get to climb up. But you don't have to make a check a second time to get across that same spot. It's basically, some pin pricks along the route and slows you down. But I hope everybody had fun, and I get a little bit better opportunity to prepare Curse Sable for y'all for next week since we are right in the middle of it. Um, does anybody have anything they want to say to anyone watching before we close it out?
Yeah, Hip Hop
No,
Hokage here. Twitch.tv/ Hip Hop Hokage DM. Check out some games that we have in a homebrew world. Jax is a part of it, who plays Jack Witcher. Pistol is a part of it, who plays a character Modar. Clue is a character in it, playing Zanashi. We have a lot of fun. It's a homebrew world. It's continued adventures. Check out the VODs. Come check us out live.
Thank you there, Jordan, and I appreciate the follow earlier. Anybody else?
Yeah,
Don't have a safe for a week.
guess that's me. Yeah, twitch.tv, Shadow Raven Games D&D. I'm going to be running a horror one-shot this Saturday with my players. They're going to be in the upcoming campaign. So stop by and check that out. Should be fun. I'm going to try and stretch my horror muscles and see if I'm any good at it.
Okay, and one of the guys watching us tonight that threw a follow in there, I played in one of his games on last Friday night. I got bored, and I just happened to find his Discord. He runs Savage Worlds, I believe it's what it is, and he's doing a Spooktober event this weekend as well. And he uses Unity, by the way, for those who like Unity better. But other than that, we're gonna get out of here. Good night.
good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
Later.
Gonna find somebody to host. Let me see who I can find. Let's raid Nomad. TV underscore. No. he's not on, so what about... Alright, we're gonna go raid Diesel Shot's channel. Show him some love. It should be unable to be viewed right now. Well, I mean, I have the visibility off. Yeah, I mean, I can just like turn it off. It's not like that big of a deal, but